It is time once again for a new SSL season, and as is tradition, we begin that new season with the SSL Shield. Hello, everyone. I am Metafiction, and today we are witnessing the traditional season beginning friendly. Well, it's technically a friendly, but it is technically silverware nonetheless. Between the league winners of the major league, that is Reykjavik United, and the cup winners of the SSL Cup, that being Schwarzwälder Fußballverein. As always, they will do battle here in our first proper match of the SSL season to get this season 18 underway. Reykjavik, of course, in their customary 4-2-3-1 with Del Pirlo playing off the right of Goddamn, while SFV was the little narrower setup than we're used to from them. See if that works for them. They have won a corner early on. It is Schmidt to take, as we are in the 8th minute here. House sends it back. Schmidt can't get past Yore, and Urkel gets rid of it. This is, of course, a rematch of the S17 Cup final, in which Schwarzwälder were victorious, as Reykjavik extended their record of losing in Cup finals. Furious Chicken heading that free kick free of the box. And intercepting that pass intended for Del Pirlo. Now here's Hakkinen. Hakkinen's cross blocked by Scarpetta. Didn't really have much support in the middle, but does successfully win a set piece, which Schmidt now delivers. And it's headed right at Brickwall Jr. Looked like it was headed off the line by one of the Reykjavik defenders. SFV still with the ball, though. Here is Deanne. Deanne with the cross. This time Brickwall Jr. able to claim it out of the air. Of course, this is going to be a very interesting season, especially in the minor division. One of the biggest rookie classes in SSL history just had their teams assigned through the S18 prospect draft. So it'll be very interesting to see how those youngsters bed into their new organizations. And more importantly, how they interact with the existing players on those teams. In the meantime, though, Heather Bull wins the ball off of Felix Arasov and starts SFV back up the other way. Plink's pass forward to Jihao. And Kimi Hakkinen offside, very low up the pitch, surprisingly. Whittington to Hakkinen. Hakkinen with the cross, trying to find Bull, but had too much on it. Does go back out to Plink, but Arasov happy to concede a corner rather than potentially invite danger. Schmidt's delivery this time from the near side. Out to Jihao. And Hakkinen fires into the crowd. It's back out to Schmidt. Plink. And Plink forces a save out of Wall. It looked like it was going wide anyway, but Wall taking no chances there. Schmidt with the corner. And Scarpetta heads clear. Bull has a shot, and Wall able to dive and catch it. It was a very quickly worked chance by Black Forest there. Ultimately, though, the Reykjavik keeper wise to it. Reykjavik having more of the ball in the opening 15 or 16 minutes here. Reykjavik, though, with the quality that we expect from them, will be looking to break into this game sooner rather than later. Yore with the progressive pass to Del Pirlo. Andrews finds Goddamn. Jean-Claude Goddamn! But he's offside. I thought for a moment that was, as soon as I had said it, that was the time when Reykjavik would break through, but Jean-Claude Goddamn moves just a bit too early, and that goal will not stand. And here's Maximiliano cutting inside, and another acrobatic save from Wall. kicked it behind, and now another corner kick for Black Forest. Duly delivered by Schmidt, and Wall claiming it again. SFV have had more of the attacking possession here, really going after Reykjavik in the early going here. Plank to Bull. Bull squared it, was looking for Jihao. I believe that was Scarpetta who got rid of it behind, potentially saving a goal there. That was very nearly an excellent chance for Jihao. Lediver concedes another corner kick as SFV keeps the pressure on here. Out to Jihao. Now Hakkinen. Hakkinen takes a touch and fired from a very tight angle, but Wall equal to it. Yore forward to Del Pirlo. Now here's Chicken on the far wing. Crosses in. Jean-Claude goddamn, and this one will count. Well, it's a little bit against the run of play, but Reykjavik have found the breakthrough here. Chicken took the touch, managed to get some space away from Whittington, and closed in to find Goddamn, who was onside this time, being played onside by Plink and or Schenkinger. Let's see the replay again. Indeed, it is Plink who is playing Goddamn onside there. And it is Schwarzwälder 0, Reykjavik 1 in the SSL Shield. Now, how do Black Forest pick themselves up from that? Having had the better of the match so far, but are one goal behind now. Hakkinen with the cross. That one was off target for Jihao. Yore. Del Pirlo. Out wide to Chicken. Chicken crosses. And Schenkiger able to get to that. That was almost exactly the same move that got Reykjavik their first goal. Almost got them a sin. They are offside here on the corner kick, and it will be going the other way. Del Pirlo again. Andrews gets past Whittington for the moment, but is stopped. Does touch the ball pass now. Here's Del Pirlo. Del Pirlo off the post and in. Well, as if out of nowhere, Reykjavik United have absolutely seized control of this match. Del Pirlo had way too much space for SFV to be comfortable there. And Del Pirlo making SFV pay for it. Another corner does find its way back out to Andrews, and Bull intercepting the pass intended for Urkel. Is there a break here for SFV? No, shut down by Urkel there. Goddamn with the free kick. Jihao's header only scuffs it onto Chicken. Bull concedes another corner. Now suddenly Reykjavik in the ascendancy, emboldened by their scoring. Seem to have taken the initiative away from Black Forest here. Andrews has a shot from range, and it's a very well-placed save by Saran Satsral that keeps this from being 3-0. Andrews with the corner, headed out. Arasov does mop up and is back into the corner. 1-2 with tentacles. Arasov and Heather Bull getting rid of it. Urkel's shot. Ambitious. There will be 2 minutes of added time here in the first half. SFV looking to find some way of having this deficit before the break. Nearly Disastrous pass from Schenkinger, but Deanne does get to it first. And so SFV retain possession here. And Schwarzwälder being pinned back a little bit compared to where they were at the start of this half. But Hakkinen with the through ball to Jihao, and Jihao fires it into the bottom corner. But is the flag up? Yes, it is. Well, that was so nearly what they needed. And it's not far offside for Jihao, but offside it is. And so we go into the half with the score Schwarzwälder 0, Reykjavik 2. Schwarzwälder with a lot of good chances early on, but unable to make them count. Meanwhile, Reykjavik just 2 shots on target thus far, but they've both gone into the net. Saransets were all beaten with both of those shots. And so clinical finishing is the story thus far. Reykjavik trying to get some measure of revenge for their cup final defeat. These, of course, were the teams that finished 1 and 2 in the SSL Major League last season and will be pushing to make another title race this season as Hakkinen trying to square it to one of his attacking friends in the middle, but could not. Second half is now underway. Tentacles to Chicken and back. Tentacles from inside the box, the end with the block. And Lediver breaking up that move from Wang Jihao. And as I say, both these teams have given us several title races over the last few seasons that have been very memorable and are looking to do so again this season. First, this initial hurdle as Whittington's cross blocked behind by Andrews. A win here would be incredible momentum to start the season with for either side, as that corner is punched clear by Wall. Deanne with the through ball there to Hakkinen. That was a beautiful pass, but the finish didn't have enough velocity on it. And in any case, it was a bit of a difficult position to shoot from. Now Chicken seizing a long pass. Urkel, though, can't get to it before Deanne. Now Jihao to Hakkinen. Is the break on here? Hakkinen, forced outside, wins the corner. They've not been wanting for set pieces, SFB, but again, have not been clinical enough to make them matter, make them count, as it were. In that case, once again, it goes into touch. Bull and Urkel breaks up that move to Schmidt. SFV with less than 30 minutes to try and win this shield as Whittington's shot goes over the bar. Plink gets around Tentacles to Bull. Bull trying to square it to Schmidt, but broken up by Yore. Del Pirlo. Andrews. Andrews trying to square it was deflected by Maxwell. This corner will be taken by Furious Chicken. Headed up by Whittington and away by Deanne. Schenkinger forward to Deanne. And forced out wide, Urkel in pursuit. Urkel concedes the corner. Schwarzwälder needing to convert one of these set pieces. And Jihao was the target out wide, outside the box, but now Reykjavik coming forward through Urkel, and now Jean-Claude Goddam inside to Arisov, but Tentacles can't get to it. Disrupted for the moment, but Reykjavik still in possession. Here is Urkel. Del Pirlo to Arisov. Arisov from close range! And that might just about seal it for Reykjavik. It looked like the move had been broken up. They were able to recover. Here's Urkel. Del Pirlo with the first time pass to a running Arisov. Well, look at that again. Arisov timed the run perfectly, being played onside by Whittington there, off to the left. And it is Schwarzwälder 0, Reykjavik 3 in the SSL Shield, with just over 20 minutes to play. Well, Black Forest with a huge hole to climb out of now. Tentacles winning that ball off of Heather Bull to snuff out that attack before it can truly begin. Deep free kick. Jihao has a shot. And Wall with another great save. Wall has been very instrumental in keeping this clean sheet for Reykjavik so far. Some excellent saves on some really strong Schwarzwälder chances. Out to Jihao again, and there's another save from Wall that forces a corner. And Jihao again on the corner, this time deflected by Del Pirlo to take some of the edge off of it. Yore dribbling through the middle. Maximiliano wins it, but has gone down here. SFV continuing play. Bull squaring it. And the diver puts it behind. Of course, the physios are looking at that injury to Maximiliano as we set up for the corner here. Waiting for the physios and for Maximiliano to clear the field here before we proceed. And now here is Schmidt's delivery. This time sent into the box, and Wall claims it with authority. Maximiliano has been given the okay to play on here. Schmidt shooting from the edge of the box, but only finds the mass in the middle. With every second that ticks away, it makes it less likely that SFB can find the 3 goals they need to equalize here. And goddamn, winning the ball off of Plink fouls in response. And this will be a free kick for Reykjavik. That seemed to me to be a bit of a frustration foul, and you really can't blame them. They started so brightly, SFB, but once Reykjavik got that first goal, there was really nothing else to be done. Goddamn, with a good run, but was offside. But once they conceded that first goal, it really was all downhill from there. Reykjavik seizing the advantage and refusing to let go, as we've seen so many times. Here, though, is Bull in a threatening position, squares it to Schmidt. Schmidt shoots, and that one was blocked, I believe, by Del Pirlo. Out to Jihao again, and that shot seemed like it was on target, but once again, Wall saving the clean sheet. Andrews now with the ball for Reykjavik, but dispossessed by Deanne. Now Whittington coming forward. Hakkinen. Jihao! And shot right into Hola Diver. What could have been a devastating counterattack snuffed out by that block. 2 minutes of added time in the second half. As Yore trying to square it, but is cut off. And now, can SFV at least get one back? Here is Jihao making the run. Tentacles, though, tracks back well. Into the box for Jihao. Tentacles with a risky challenge, but does get it right, and it is only a corner. A few more inches off, and that could have been a penalty. Instead, it is Schmidt to deliver this set piece. And once again, Wall holding on to it. Despite their high volume of corners, SFB unable to make any of them truly threaten that clean sheet for Reykjavik. Here is Hakkinen squaring it, and Jihao couldn't get the ball into his possession. A chance was right there, but unfortunately couldn't make it count. Has been the story of SFB as Whittington crosses in, and now here is Reykjavik on the break to extend their lead, but Plank able to get to it. And there is the final whistle. Reykjavik United adding another piece of silverware to their trophy cabinet. The season 17 Major League champions have won the SSL Shield. They're looking to continue their dominance in the league this season, and they've started in the best possible way. Certainly one of the teams to beat in the SSL, and they've proven as much once again. Schwarzwälder had the advantage early on, but were unable to put their chances into the back of the net. And that opening goal from Jean-Claude Goddam, after a false start due to being offside, ended up sending Reykjavik on their way to a 3-0 victory here in the SSL Shield. 3 shots on target for Reykjavik, all of them goals. Proving once and for all that it's not quantity so much as quality that matters here in the SSL. Furious Chicken is your player of the match with an assist and a very key contribution there at fullback. Such an important player for Reykjavik, getting the plaudits here today. And that'll do it from us today. Thank you so much for joining us for the Shield, and we're looking forward to another great season of Simulation Soccer League action. Join us soon for Match Day 1 for the major and minor leagues. But until then, this has been Metafiction. Take care.